Hey y'all, I hope this helps. I'm back at it. I hope this improves the volume. Braylon, Lisa, Kay. Okay. Hi Ricky, welcome to my channel. Yay! Hey Soel. Y'all, I have zero patience. Spirit's trying to teach me that. We are almost done with Bray, and then Kay, I'm going for you. Right. Hi Ricky. My list is closed, sweetheart, but if you want to, I'll probably try to go live again tomorrow evening, and you can jump in. Yeah, I'm gonna say tomorrow evening. Woo! Ricky, if you're new, if you could please hit that subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell. That way you can be notified whenever I go live, okay? Because my next live, I'm doing 2 questions for $5. You can make your energy exchange donation via PayPal or Venmo, and I'll post it. You already did what, love? Braylon. Spirit, what's the possible outcome? 2 more cards, please. You did what, Ricky, a long time ago? Because I can see all my PayPal stuff. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. 2 more cards, please, for Braylon. Possible outcome. Ooh. 5 of Wands. There could be, Braylon, this person that you've ended it with, they could be coming back to start some shit with the 5 of Wands here. Because this is about gossip, arguing, conflict. Because they want to argue about it. They want to argue. That's what I feel the communication is with this person. Don't entertain it. 1 more card, please, Spirit, for Braylon. Possible outcome of the situation. Really, you guys? Spirit guides. I swear they be flipping my cards over. Let's see. Alright. Ace of Swords. Victory. Victory and clarity. You're going to see why why the connection with this person didn't go well. It's going to be very clear to you. And then for some reason the Judgment card popped up, which is reconciliation, Braylon. So it looks like they're going to want to reconcile, but don't do it. So sorry, the cards really acting up. Hold on. Okay. Woo! Got it. So Braylon, I hope all of that resonates for you. Do what's best for you. But that was the energy they were showing me in your current situation and the possible outcome. That's why I say possible outcome, because you have the power to determine how the situation is going to unfold. But this is what they're showing me. If this person comes back into your energy, they're going to want to argue about it. They're going to want to explain their side of the story. Who is next? Kay? Kay, what's your question? Kay. Kay Kizzy. You're most welcome, Braylon. Kay would like a general. Let's see what's going on. Okay. Night Bray. We had Lisa. Who else did we have, Bray, before you go? After K. We had Lisa. Was there anybody else after Lisa? Woo. Let's see. Spirit, what are the messages? Anna. Okay. Lisa and Anna. Okay. Thank you, love. You have a good night. Get some rest. Lisa and Anna. All right. Let's see. Spirit, what are the messages for K Kizzy? Please give us the general messages. Please and thank you. Tell me why I don't want to use this deck for you, Kay. Messages for K Kizzy, please, Spirit. Please allow the messages to come forward for her highest good and highest vibration. Please and thank you. I just use whatever deck I feel to use at the moment. Hey, Tarot TV with the T. Hey, girl. Y'all, Siri always want to be in my business. I say something and Siri gets going. Actually, my list is closed, my love. It is closed. But I will be back live again tomorrow evening. Y'all, Siri gets on my nerve. She heard me talking in the car and she wants to tell me something. Ooh, okay. All right, here we go. Yes, I will be back live hopefully tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to say around between 3 and 4. Yeah. Yeah, she does. Siri is something else. Someone is unawakened in your energy. Okay. I don't think it's you. I don't. I think it could be your person. But it looks like they're going to be willing to compromise with you. Because that's the card we got was compromise. And we also have unawakened. So this person may not realize the depth of this connection between you two. Is what they're telling me. Tell me more. Lisa, you still here? Y'all, I had to close my list because I be getting hungry. Ascending. Ascending. I feel like this relationship could be ascending to a higher level by the fall. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, Tarot TV with the T, if you're still here, if Lisa's gone, I will check. I will go ahead and take you because, yeah. Fall. By the fall, I feel like this will improve. This connection. By that season of this year. So probably late August, early October, things will... Yeah. Oh, hey, Lisa. I thought you was gone. Girl. You was about to lose your spot. I did not mean to take that card. Tell me more. Okay, Lisa. Great. You're still sticking it out. Great. Whew. Fear. I feel like you both have fears. No, you're fine, Lisa. You're good. You both have some subconscious fears about this. You're not really sure the potential of the connection. What each other's true intentions are. And I think that what creates the fear. That's okay, love. I understand. Is this resonating, Kay? You both are mirroring one another or watching one another. Yeah. I feel like you both have been watching one another. Probably from a distance. And I think that's because of the unknown. Like not knowing, you know, what the other person's intentions are. Not really wanting to take that risk. Ooh, we have deception. Deception. Because I feel like with the deception card, I don't feel like this is you, Kay. I feel like this is your person. I feel like there's some things that they're not being forthcoming about, that they're hiding. This is like a moon card energy to me. Like, they're just not... They're making you think all that glitters is gold, or trying to, because we know you know better. But this person is like, they want to put on a front type of energy, basically, and not show you the true who they really are, if that's making sense. Family. Exactly. Family. This person could have a family, and that could be the deception that they're not telling you about. This person could have a whole family, a whole wife and children. And 9 times out of 10, your intuition is telling you something. What's the message I'm getting? Another message I'm getting is that this person's father. But if this is a new person, they could have a lot of childhood issues from growing up. I feel like their family here. And they need to do a lot of shadow work. They need to do a lot of healing from that inner child energy we talked about earlier. Shadow work is basically bringing to light your deep, dark issues that you've suppressed as an adult. Growing up, you've suppressed it, and you need to deal with it. You haven't dealt with it. Unresolved anger, depression, anxiety, all kinds of low vibrational energy that needs to come to the surface so you can get rid of it. So you can handle it, you know what I mean? So you can be aware of your flaws, because none of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. Like for example, sometimes I get really, I have anxiety really bad, and I'm very defensive. I can snap back. But that comes from my childhood. But now that I'm aware of it, I try to work on it. I try to take my time and think before I open my mouth or before I give a response. But that came from me doing my own shadow work and realizing the things about myself that I don't like about myself that I want to be better at with other people. Because I don't want to come off as disrespectful or as an ass to other people, because I'm feeling attacked. Yeah, shadow work, Lisa, is very helpful because it helps you to see the things about yourself that you don't like. If you're a very self-centered person, it helps you to realize that you need to start caring about other people, not just yourself. It also helps you to learn to be grateful for what you have. Right? But this person could have a lot of family issues that they have not dealt with. That's why the shadow work card is here. Woo. Signs. Spirit is saying pay attention to the signs. You can't, okay? You can't. That's something, shadow work is something that each individual person in this life, having this human experience, has to do for themselves. It's like shadow work is like soul work, soul searching, you know? Accepting responsibility for your flaws, taking responsibility and accountability for your role, the role you played. Because nobody, in every situation, it's always easier to point the finger. But you know the saying, for every finger that you point, there's 10 other fingers pointing right back at you. Because I can say, well, that no good, blah 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 blah. He did this to me, blah 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 blah, and he blah blah blah, and I don't want to be with him, blah blah blah. But what did I do? How did I contribute to it? What caused him to be the blah 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 that he was? As an adult, right, and other people have to point it out to you. Your parents, your siblings, co-workers. It's like, hey girl, you're a little bit defensive, I'm just trying to help you out, and you're like, snapping. And it's like, bruh, like. And then it's very humbling. Shadow work is very humbling, because when you realize there's things about yourself that you don't like, that you want to fix, if you are an empath, or you are a humble person, you're like, I'm sorry I talked to you that way. I shouldn't have spoken to you that way. It's and not making an excuse. Simply owning up to what you did, taking accountability, and moving forward. Please forgive me, because I was very stressed at the time, and I should not have reacted the way that I did. Type of energy. Priya, I'm so sorry, my list is closed, but I'll be going live tomorrow evening. That's what shadow work is all about. Acknowledging those things. Surrender. Yep. Leaving things up to the divine. Allowing things to go. That's what they want you to know, okay? To allow this to unfold naturally. Oh, a lot of people, and that's one thing that my mom always told us. That's okay, you're good, we'll be back. Refocus. My mom always instilled in us as children, if you do something wrong, tell me the truth. Be honest. Because it's going to be worse for you if you lie to me. I'd rather you tell me the truth. Because, as children get afraid that if they tell the truth, they're going to get a whooping, they're going to be punished. But if you tell me the truth, then I can deal with the truth. But if you lie to me and I have to find something out the hard way, it's going to be 10 times worse for you. Yes. But Lisa, that's from pride. A lot of us have a lot of pride and a lot of ego, and we need to listen to other people. But we don't want to, because of the pride and the ego. If someone's telling you something about yourself, they are seeing it. That person is on the outside. So it's better to listen and evaluate. Take a step back and like, do I really act like that? Yeah. It is. It's a lot harder with family. Tell me more. Yep. They said refocus, okay? Grief. There could be some unresolved grief that you also have to deal with, okay? Is what they're telling me. Something that really, really hurt you that you're going to have to deal with as well. So it looks like you and your person are in the same type of energy where you are trying to heal from things. And we have Dark Night of the Soul. That's deep. Dark Night of the Soul is basically similar to shadow work, where you are trying to get rid of anything and everything that's low vibrational out of your life. You want it out so you can refocus on yourself. Yeah, we have to deal with it. Some of the most painful things, we have to deal with it. Because if you suppress something, exactly. If you suppress something, it's like shaking up a bottle. You know, when you shake up a bottle, eventually it pops. Yeah. So that you both are going through this, which is really beautiful that you both are going through this to help you refocus, you know, so that you can heal the chakras, right? So that you can, yeah, so your eyes can be open. I feel like this is third eye energy here, but so that you can function in a higher vibration. We have vibrations here. So your chakras will be healed. You'll be receptive. You'll be able to manifest what you want, right? But you have to release. That's on the bottom of the deck. You have to release first. Self-worth. Look at this. Self-worth. That's the whole point. That's the whole point of these connections. So that you learn to love yourself first and foremost. Yes. It rears its ugly head until you resolve it. Rears its ugly head until you resolve it. Those were your messages, Lisa. So I hope it all resonates. You both are going through like a spiritual, really like awakening, cleansing, purging, so that you can both function in your highest vibrational energy, which is really beautiful. And it looks like things will improve towards the fall, so that's great. Lisa, did I lose you, Lisa? Hang on, y'all, for a second. Yes, I'm glad. Hang on a second, y'all. Absolutely, Lisa. That's the whole point. You see this? It says healing. Spirit wants all of us to heal. Spirit wants all of us to heal any type of relationships that we have, especially personal relationships, friends and family first, you know, before we can spread out energy to other people. Because what happens is damaged people damage other people. Yeah, hurt people hurt people. I don't know if you've heard that saying before, but hurt people because they haven't healed. They haven't dealt with their inner issues. You know what I mean? There's been people who've lost their parents as very small children. They had to go into foster care. They bounced around a lot. When they got into their teenage years, they got into a lot of trouble and they made poor choices. But it's all because it was like a domino effect. You know what I mean? Yeah. People who've been raped, molested, abandoned, given up by their parents. You know, they didn't receive the love and nurturing as a child. So they grow up harboring hatred in their heart for their parents. You know what I mean? Or they grow up doing the same exact things, repeating the same cycles with their children. You know? Yeah. Or they, you know, as children, they grew up hearing negative things about themselves. You know, oh, you look like your daddy. I can't stand you. You ugly. Like, making that child feel like it's a bad thing for them to look like their parent. The parent that helped bring them into the world. Are you stupid? I mean, things like that. Well, if you were smart, you would have did this. You know, demeaning, condescending things. So the whole time they're growing up, they're doubting themselves. And when they become an adult, guess what? They doubt themselves. They doubt themselves in work. They doubt themselves in relationships. They doubt themselves as a parent. That is so harmful. That's very harmful. You don't. But people do it all the time. And they think nothing of it. This is why people, you know, they operate in low vibrational energy, because they're hurt. They're hurt. They don't know how to love because they weren't loved. They were made to feel like a problem, a burden. Well, I could have gave you up. I could have gave you up. I could have had an abortion. So why didn't you? Why am I here? That's the thing that people don't realize. That's beautiful, Lisa. Yeah. Yeah. Parents who've been hurt and they don't get the help they need end up hurting their children. They end up being codependent, narcissistic, and just downright harsh to their children because of what they went through in their childhood. And it shows. It shows. They're very demanding, aggressive, selfish. You're welcome, Lisa. I'll be back live tomorrow. Who else is still here? Anna, are you here? No, because the thing, Kay, is that, you know, narcissists do no wrong. That's the whole thing of the projecting, you know what I mean? The projecting, the gaslighting. Because in their mind, in their sick little minds, it's your fault. You're the problem. If you hadn't done this, I wouldn't have said that to you. If you weren't fat, I wouldn't have told you you were fat. If you hadn't done something stupid, I wouldn't have said that you were stupid. That's how narcissists see things. They don't take any type of accountability. Well, are you going to tell me, you know, you were an ass to me earlier because you were sick? Are you going to apologize? No. I'm sorry for being a human being and having an illness. How about apologizing for your disrespectful attitude? Exactly. They're always the victim and they're never wrong. Yep. It's sad. It really is sad. Because everybody else around them, they see everybody else around them is like, here's the narc, right? Everybody else is like this. They're there to cater to their needs. Yeah, it really can. A lot of times they're in denial. A lot of them are in denial. They're literally like 5-year-olds and 45-year-old bodies or 50-year-old bodies. Because that inner child, that little girl or that little boy, they never got to enjoy being a child. They were never treated the way they should have been. It's the same type of thing where I can scream, curse you out, throw things at you, whatever I want to do because I'm your mother. I'm your mother. I brought you into this world. I can take you out. You don't stand up to me. You don't say anything to me. You just let me walk all over you. Or I'm your father. Or I'm your employer. I'm your boss. So you better do whatever I tell you to do. It's okay for me to disrespect you because I'm always here. You're always here. Yeah, that's how they see it. And the thing is, children deserve to be respected too. You're an adult. Your parent should respect that. They shouldn't be asking. If you don't want to discuss something personal, you don't have to discuss that. If you don't feel like catering to their needs because you're in the middle of something, that should be okay. But the narcissist expects you to drop everything. When they're calling you, it's an emergency and you better answer. Because it's about them. And you know what they'll say? I'm your mother. I'm your boss. I'm your father. I've been there for you. How dare you treat me like this? But I have a life too. What if I have a family that I need to take care of? What if I'm going out of town? What if this is my day off from work? And if you don't answer them, be ready for an entire lecture. Well, I was calling you. I called you. What were you doing? I called you 10 times. Why didn't you pick up your phone? Maybe I was sick. Maybe I was asleep. Maybe I was being a human being and having a moment with my partner. Things that they don't care about. Again, hurt people hurt people. Hurt people hurt people. Because there was a point in time where psychiatrists and therapists were looked down upon, because if you had a therapist or a psychiatrist, you are a Looney Tune. You're a Looney Tune. Not that you're trying to get mental help. Not that you're trying to better yourself because you've been through a lot in your childhood, but because you're crazy. You're going to go to a psychiatrist? What do you need that for? Well, probably because I've had some damage and I need to heal from whatever damage I've had. Well, they're just going to put you on medication. You don't need medication. No, I probably don't. But I need a therapist. And I want to be a better parent when I have children. Exactly. I want to be a better parent. Like for me, I don't have children. But if I have that blessing, I want to be able to be there for my child. If I'm blessed with that gift, I want to be able to raise my child without making them feel like they're unwanted or unappreciated or that they're less than, that they're not good enough or smart enough. You know? Exactly. Exactly. That's how I feel, okay, Kizzy, You always want, well, most people generally, right? Most people generally, they want the best for their children, because growing up, everybody's had some type of dysfunction in their life. And yeah, a lot of times parents like to throw this thing, well, I could have did this and I did the best I could. And well, if the best you can, right, is living in a damn teepee in the middle of nowhere, what's your best? Or if the best you can is throwing insults at me when I'm 7 years old and asking me if I'm stupid because I don't know how to spell American, then what is your best? Well, I could have let you go. I could have gave you to my grandma. I could have, coulda, shoulda, woulda, damn it, you didn't. You are a parent. Your job is to be a parent, and a great parent at that. A loving parent, an understanding parent, a nurturing parent. That's your job. You have one job. I feel like it's very relatable. A lot of people Yes, absolutely. A lot of people can relate to what I'm saying because a lot of people have been there. Yeah. I'm sorry, Kay. Lisa left and I just went on. I was about to do her reading. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, a lot of people. A lot of people. It's crazy. It's so funny, Kay, because a lot of people are like, you have such, like, they tell me, like, I have a beautiful spirit and they love my energy. But I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot. And I've had to heal, and I'm still healing. That's how I'm able to empathize with other people, because I've been there. Because life is not easy. Yeah. And I typically try to see the good in people. Typically. But here lately, if I see bullshit, I'm calling it what it is. Like, I'm at a zero tolerance level at this point. Because people will do any and everything to walk all over you if you let them. If you let them. Yeah. They feel like they can take advantage of you. They feel entitled. Narcissist. They feel entitled to your time, to your energy, to your finances, to your space, to your body, whatever they can take from you, okay? Not caring about you. If you allow them. Yeah. Yeah, and along my journey, trust me, I've had a few people be like, "You are so evil. You are an ass. You were this. I can't stand you." And I don't give two fucks. That's how I feel about it. Because you're not going to use me. You're not going to take from me. I work hard for what I have. I'm blessed. I'm grateful. And you're not about to come in and mess it up for me. You're not. You can do that to the next victim, but you're not going to do it to me. Period. And there's just like this point in your life where you have to stand up for yourself. Stand up for your rights. I swear, I could have been a civil rights activist. I swear I could. Because I hate seeing people treated unfairly. I hate it. I hate seeing racism. I hate seeing discrimination. I hate seeing people being put in a situation that is not even in their control, Like a child having to deal with a crappy parent. The child doesn't ask to be there. Yeah. Children don't ask to be here. If you can't provide if you can't afford a child, don't get pregnant. There's too many options available for birth control. If the child's father is not involved, don't get pregnant. And if you do it once, learn and don't do it again. Because it's stupid. You don't keep doing the same thing over and over again. Look at me hollering. I'm hollering like I got a whole audience here. But it's just, I mean, no, At least stop having kids, still having kids with them. At least do the kids a favor. Don't bring them in there. mess. He's unemployed. You barely got a job. You still live with your mama. He's at his grandma's house. You don't have a car. He doesn't have a car. He don't have a pot to piss in. You don't have a home. Neither does he. How are you two gonna procreate something productive? 1 + 1 is 2. He doesn't even have a credit score. You can't use his credit. Just saying. Where is that gonna go? More than likely, that child is gonna end up being with a grandma, an aunt, a cousin, somebody else taking care of your responsibility. You know, the other day I was laughing, but I was, you know, I understood where there was a grandmother that she posted a YouTube video, and she said, grandparents, it is not your responsibility to be a babysitter. Facts. That's not what grandparents were for. Grandparents have already raised their children. They've done their job. They've done their work. You were enough. How dare you put your child off on your mother? She didn't do that. Grandmas are to be visited when grandma is ready to be visited. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm not a grandma, and I'm not watching nobody's kids for free. No. And I wouldn't dare put my child off of my first of all, my mother wouldn't have it, but I wouldn't even think to do that to my mom. That's not her job. She already warned us. She said, do not bring my grandchildren over here unless I call you and ask for them. Period. Made it very clear. Well, she didn't have to tell me that. But, you know, I swear, some grandchildren are with their grandparents so much that you think that that's their children. And I'm like, who's your mother? Where's your mother? Where's the kids? Oh, they over there with mom and them. Over there with mom and them. They're over there with mom and them every time I see you. And then every time I see you, you pregnant again. Something don't add up here. Something's way off. Just saying. Anna, are you still here? That's how bad it is. Anna, are you still here? Yeah, because grandparents, you know, like, I can count on, I can count the times I went to see my grandmother. I probably visit my grandmother now more than I did when I was a baby, but my grandmother had me on very rare occasion. It wasn't very often at all. I'm thinking most people are gone and it's just me and you, Kate. But yeah, my mom didn't really leave us with anybody, especially my grandmother, for long periods of time. It just wasn't happening. I don't know what's wrong with people today, but they leave their kids with other people all the time. I don't care if I'm your cousin, your sister, your aunt. your boyfriend's sister-in-law, I'm not keeping your kids. Right. Grown ups. And y'all did that. I didn't do that. Y'all did that. Terrible. Do you know what the neighborhood is capable of? That's all I can think. What's the neighborhood capable of? No. Then I see people on Facebook talking about, I need a babysitter. Can y'all come get Kyra? I mean, it's just, you know, sometimes I question. It. Father, why is she a parent? Tell me, why is she a parent? It's, it's just like the people that they'll post on Facebook, y'all need some stamps. It kills me. I'm like, y'all silly rabbits. Silly rabbits. Why would you post that on Facebook? People do a lot of silly stuff. You know, it's like the girls that they get into it, you know, with their boyfriend or whatever, they get into it. Yes, exactly. And the dudes are hold on, check this out. The dudes are running around free. They are not keeping the kids. Like, they make the kids and they run. How is it that grandma gets the kids? Where is he at? I mean, you can't find this dude nowhere. But he was right there making the kid. But she loves him though. Probably. He's fully present when it's time to make a kid, but he's totally absent when it comes to, oh, let's go find a babysitter so you can go to work. Oh, let's go get an apartment so we can make sure the baby has a room. Let's go get baby clothes. Let's go get a car seat. Where is he at? But she loves him and still wants to be with him. It's like the girls, the ratchet girls that will go and they'll get into it with him, you know, and they'll go slice his tires, right? Put this on Instagram. Post it on Snapchat. They're fighting his current girlfriend and they'll post it and put it on Snapchat. Exactly. No, well, first he'll eat up all the food she got from food stamps. He'll eat all that up. And then he'll go back to his grandma's house, which is where he was living at anyway when she met him. He was living with his grandma when she met him, right? But she didn't know that because she met him at the club, right? And he was riding with his partners, okay? He didn't pull up in his ride. He was riding with somebody else when he showed up. Cycles. These are the cycles that we need to break. Okay, I can go on and on. You can't get him for child support because why? He's a drug dealer. He don't got no job. Like Tommy from Martin. He don't got no job. Can't get him for child support. These are the Dusties that girls love. Dusty. Real Dusty. Build-A-Bear. I'd rather Build-A-Bear. Yep. Just throw it all away. Yes, literally. 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 And to top it off, these dudes got kids with multiple people. Why? One person was a baby mamas, plural. You mean to tell me it's that many crazy people? Crazy women in the world? Really? That's the part that kills me. Like, somebody had to see this dude and be like, not today, Satan. Yeah. That's really what it all boils down to. Because I'm trying, like, you gonna laugh. 1 + 1 is 2. Tell me why you should love him. Let's see. He lives with grandma. Okay. He can't keep his phone on. That's why you haven't heard from him all week, because he can't keep his phone on. He's unemployed. Legally, he's unemployed. Okay. He will not be getting a tax refund because he's a drug dealer. You don't get taxes from selling drugs, selling dope. You don't. He might get caught and go to jail or be shot dead because he's selling in the wrong turf, or he sells to the wrong person. Something happens. Something goes bad. You might get shot in the process because you deal with him. Because he's going to try to hide at your house to keep whatever. Keep from getting caught up in something. But you love him because he's cute. Right? Because that's a reason to love him. So then when you carry his child, well, we have a child together. So that means you should stay with the drug dealer / thug / possible killer / unemployed individual of the United States. And I just crack up laughing because they say thugs need love too. And I'm trying to figure out why. Exactly, lust. That's not love, that's lust. Hell, rabbits hump. Rabbits hump. I know because I have a bunny. Rabbits hump. They're more worthy to be loved than a thug. Codependent. That's what it is, codependent. Don't take much effort. You know? But I swear, if her mom, her aunt, a sister says, girl, you should leave him alone. But I want to try to make it work. Make what work? What? Y'all gonna both live with his grandma? Grandma gonna put both of y'all out because she can't house all y'all. I want to try to work it out, but that means you're gonna have to keep his phone on for him. And you're gonna have to lie for him when the police come looking for him. And he might hit you if you piss him off. Because they usually have a bad temper, a very short fuse. I'm still trying to figure out what is there to love. Because I don't see it. I can't. It's not. But I mean, people are okay with it. They're okay with it. You know? They're okay with it. It's like, why not love yourself enough to say, I want better, you know? To say, look, I'm only going to have one child if I have any. If I have any, I'm only going to have one. I will not do that again until I've taken classes, you know, I've gotten some type of trade, finished, gone through school, gotten a career, not a job. Because in what I do every day, Kay, I'm an employment specialist. I help people look for jobs. A lot of people are just looking for a job to make some money right now. Do you want a job or do you want a career? There's a difference. Why not find something, especially if you are a mother, why not find something that can be a career path for you? That way you have a stable source of income for both you and your child. Not just a temp job that you can work for a couple of weeks and then, well, we going back to grandma's. Because you just didn't feel like, this is the excuses I get. Well, I'm not really a morning person, so that's why I've been late to work the past 5 days in a row. I'm not really a morning person. But you need a job though. It's really the effort that you put in is what you're going to get out. And that's what a lot of people fail to realize. Or I didn't have a babysitter. You should have had a babysitter before you applied for a job. Look, I had a woman come into my office. Hey, Mermaid Shark. Had a woman come into my office one day and she had 5 little ones. 5 little ones. Brought them to an interview. I said, no, ma'am. We're going to have to reschedule. This right here is not going down. Hey, Mermaid Shark. This is a place of business. I will not be in here trying to answer the phone with a screaming infant or infants, plural. Not going to do it. She copped an attitude. Well, I don't know what else to tell you because I don't have a babysitter. 1 + 1 is 2. If you don't have a babysitter, then you do what? You cancel or reschedule until you have one. Exactly. And I'm not going to raise my voice over the toddlers. I'm not. Toddlers, plural. Hey, Heat Journey. At all. No responsibility. Hey, Heat Journey. People have to learn to be accountable for, yeah. She got mad at me because I said no. No, ma'am. We're not conducting this interview until you have a babysitter. Because guess what? If you went to McDonald's and brought 5 toddlers to the interview, it'd be over. It'd be over. What makes you think you can come into a staffing agency and do that? No, ma'am. Not here. Hi, Chucky. Welcome to my channel. I had a girl tell me she worked as a cashier at a gas station and she brought her 2 toddlers to work with her. I said, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Are you asking to be fired? Help me understand the logic in that. Well, I didn't have nobody to watch them. So you brought them to the gas station. Hey, new people. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button. Absolutely. Mermaid Shark, go for it while I'm still here. Yeah. Big Heat Journey, you don't bring kids to an interview. I'm thinking it's common knowledge. You don't bring kids to an interview. Do you bring kids to a strip club? I'm just saying. There might be some. There might be a few, but they're not all the way there. Let's look at it, mermaid. Y'all, I apologize for my ranting. It's kind of like hold on. Let me get my thoughts together. Spirit, please allow me to see the messages from Mermaid Shark. Please, for her highest good and highest vibration. Yeah. I don't even get upset. I just, you know what, ma'am? You'll have to reschedule, you know? You'll have to reschedule because this isn't working. No, ma'am. You'll have to find a babysitter. If you don't show up to work, the company is going to go ahead and replace you with another person. We just keep it rolling. We just keep it rolling. Just keep it rolling. Mermaid, we were having discussion, me and Kay, we were talking about grown-ups who are irresponsible that have children. That's what we were talking about. And I was explaining to her that in what I do every day, you know, I help with job placement. I'm an employment specialist, and I see people very irresponsible that bring children to interviews, or they bring children to their job. Okay? In a facility that is not fit for children. That's what that was about. Spirit, what lessons does Mermaid Shark need to learn? Very. But they will have the audacity to tell me that I'm the unprofessional one. Because I've told them, ma'am, your toddler, she's screaming and hollering. I cannot have her back here because I am answering phones. Okay? So you'll need to take her up front. Snatch the child and walk out the door. Not my problem. Not my problem at all. Either you want a job or you don't. And I don't have the patience for it. I mean, you should have known better in the first place. I'm always saying 1 + 1 is 2. If you don't have a babysitter, then don't come in here. Don't do it. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I actually have a soft spot for mothers because I try to put myself in their shoes and say, I understand that that's difficult to try to find a babysitter. No, it's not their fault. Exactly. Exactly. People do it all the time. All the time. You'd be surprised. Hey, Priya. Spirit, what lessons do you have for Mermaid Shark? She's not going to go. That's exactly it. She'll have to make an excuse as to why she can't go because she doesn't have a babysitter. 2 of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. So it looks like the lesson that you're learning is to go into a new direction. Lessons you need to learn. I just asked them this, Mermaid Shark. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords energy. Tell me more. Page of Cups. I'm going to get one more. Y'all. And then the 6 of Pentacles. Lessons. Focusing on choosing a direction that's going to be for your highest good is what they're telling me for sure. Okay. But I feel like this is more career oriented or school oriented, because the Eight of Pentacles is about hard work paying off, study, and focus. So studying and focusing on a way to make your financial situation or even your relationship connection to get the most out of it. You know what I mean? Focusing on it. But more so, I'm getting a message of choosing a direction to choose you. To choose you before and above everything else. To focus on you. Now, my favorite song by her is Focus on Me. That's what I'm getting here. To focus on you. To put the focus on what you want. Yes, on study, on bettering yourself educationally so that you can improve your financial situation. Getting a trade, getting a degree, but also taking care of you. Yeah. Focusing on you. Cutting out anything that you don't need. Seeing through the BS and cutting it out. Honestly, we have the Page of Cups here. It could be somebody that's coming into your energy. Could be, but also I feel like this is it's real, okay. The Page of Cups, you're gonna have to learn how to express how you feel better, is what they're telling me with the Page of Cups. Learn how to express your emotions better. Because the Page of Cups is like a childlike energy, but it's also using your intuition in the situation. If you see something or you feel something, Mermaid Shark, that makes you feel like something's not going to work in a particular situation, Spirit's saying cut it out. Cut it out. Okay? Also, balance. The lesson that you need to learn is to balance things out. And that's in life in general, especially in intimate relationships, whether that's with family, with friends, with a partner. Balance and reciprocity. That's what's important. Okay? Giving and receiving in equal terms. Because you don't want a situation of unrequited love where you're the only person that's giving time and giving energy and putting everything into it and you're not getting anything out of it. I hope that's resonating. Yes, I know. I didn't know they had Reddit stories on YouTube. Heat Journey, I'll have to look at that. But yeah, this is like about equal give and take. Also, you could be receiving a gift from someone, because this is about giving and generosity. And you give so much. I feel like you give a lot, Mermaid Shark. I feel like you really do, whether it's your time, whether it's your energy, whether you donate, whether you volunteer in the community in some type of way. I feel like you do a lot of giving, right? And you don't always express what your needs are, which is why the Page of Cups is here. Spirit wants you to be more in tune with your emotions and what your needs are. Because that's the only way things can balance with the Six of Pentacles. A lot. You give a lot, right? And you get very little back in return. It has to be balanced. The universe is saying it needs to be balanced on both ends. Giving and receiving. As much as you give, you should be receiving back. Reciprocity. That's the lesson. Reciprocity. Yes, if you need to, if need be, if you feel like, let's say you are always the one paying when you go out to eat with your person. Don't be the one to reach out. Like with family, for example, let's say you always call your mother to check on her. Fall back a little bit and let her start calling to check on you. Or you're always going over to the house to help with something. Stop doing it. You're giving too much energy and it's not an even energy exchange. It's not an energy exchange. You see what I'm saying? Or you're always the person that's, you know what I mean? Like you go out to eat or you go to the movies or whatever you do, and you're the first person to whip out your credit card. The other person should be like, oh, baby, I got you. I got you. Sometimes. It doesn't always have to be all the time. But you should know that you have someone that you can trust to offer their love to you, just like you offer your love to them. It has to be balanced. Otherwise, you have an unrequited love situation. That was just an example. That's just an example. Right? Heat Journey, are you still here? So I hope that resonates. Those are the lessons that they want you to learn. I think overall in total, and I keep getting this repetitive message from Spirit, is self-love. You know the album by Beyonce and Jay-Z, the newest album, The Carters, Everything is Love. That's what I keep hearing. Because everything is, yes, that's the problem. You have to balance everything out. Yes. You can't do that. I stopped doing that. I stopped doing that personally with my cousins. I said, you know, I'm always this person to text and say, hey, how are things going? Let's FaceTime because they live at a distance. Let's do this. I'm going to come over. Blah, blah, blah. No. Communication goes both ways, even in a relationship. You constantly calling this man and texting him, he's going to think, I got her. She's always going to be there. No matter what I do, no matter whether she's going to be there because this is what you're doing. You're not allowing, the law of attraction, I always say, release and receive. Release and receive. It's a push and pull. You have to let stuff go in order for stuff to come in, right? That's what you have to do. Yeah, because people get so used to it. People lose the value in communication. They lose the value in contact. Like if you always, let's say if you're a creature of habit and every Friday at 5:00, you always go over to your cousin's house and y'all have drinks together, right? At 5:00, because you always are the one to rush over there. Let's say you bring the drinks and you're there. Exactly. You're always there, like clockwork. You always go, get the drinks, head to her house, y'all there, 5:00, boom, bam, boom. One day, you decide, I'm not doing it. I'm tired, I'm sick, whatever the case may be. Maybe it's bad weather. Exactly. You're being taken for granted. The person sees you as a constant supply. Whether that's an emotional, you're fulfilling an emotional need for them, it's psychological. But the person's like, she's always there, so I don't really have anything to work. Go some time. Give them some time to miss you. People who you're always doing so much for, it's like children. If you're constantly doing stuff for your child, always buying them what they want, telling them yes, giving them what they want all the time, they're not going to appreciate your effort. But if they have to prove, they have to earn it. It's almost like the person has to earn that. Exactly. I always hear this from relationship coaches all the time. You're always available. Does that make sense? Because you're always available, it means that you don't really have anything going for yourself. Especially in relationships with men, because it's like, well, she's always available. Every time I text her, she's right there. She texts right back. Make him wait 3 hours. Make him wait 5 hours before you respond. Hey, do you want to go out? He texts you that at 8 o'clock in the morning. Text him back at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Hey, I got busy. I got tied up. I had phone calls. Where are you wanting to go? See, now you're throwing the ball back in his court, right? And now he's forced to really think this connection through. Okay, so I asked her if she wanted to go out to eat, and she said she got busy. She had a lot going on, but where do I want to go? So guess what? Now he's going to have to do what? Make plans, right? Yeah. If you're always available, oh, they're codependent. It's a codependent issue. They have abandonment issues. They could also have jealousy issues as well, so be careful because that could be dangerous. You need space. Space is always important. Those are the types that can do some harassment. Very toxic. Very toxic. Because you're an adult, if he cannot respect the fact that you are busy, if he cannot respect the fact that you have a life, if he ever in his life raises his voice to you, block. It's childish. It's very childish. Do you see? He's showing you himself. Exactly, Kay. Exactly. He's already showing you that he's going to act a fool if things don't go his way. Is that something you're willing to deal with for the next 2, 3, 6 months, 6 days, 6 years? That's something you as a woman have to decide. Boundaries. This is where we cross the line right now, and I'm going to make this very clear. You will not raise your voice at me, and you will not pressure me to respond to you. I will respond to you when I'm ready to respond to you. I have a life. I had a life before you. I will continue to have life after you and during you. So either you can be with me on this journey or you can step aside. Boundaries. People have to learn to respect boundaries. I'm not coming over to see you tonight, and guess what? That's okay because I'm a grown-up, and so are you. So you should respect that. Excuse me. And that's when I would have repeated myself and said, right, and I would have repeated myself and said, I'm so sorry. I thought I just explained to you that I got busy. Maybe you missed that part. Because if I ghosted you, we wouldn't be having a conversation right now. What Kay said. We don't have time for these childish games. You know why? Because grown men understand life. They understand. You know the saying, the expression, what's understood doesn't have to be explained. I'm busy. I work. I take calls. I do tarot readings. It's like my person. Babe, where are you at? I'm in the middle of a live reading right now. I will get back to you shortly. You'll be fine. You will. You're going to be okay. Well, why didn't you text me this morning? I'm so sorry, honey. I was running late for work this morning and I totally forgot to text you. I apologize. End of story. Mature people. He may be the soulmate, but he's going to be the soulmate that understands boundaries today. He's going to be the soulmate that gets told his boundaries. We talked about this earlier. Mermaid. We talked about this earlier. Me and Kay were talking about this earlier. People being immature, mentally immature, emotionally immature. You have 30, 40, 50-year-old bodies that are still operating like 5-year-olds. He's 5. I told you I got busy. Why didn't you text me? I was busy. I was like actually working. I was processing documents. I was typing up something in Word. I need you to get your emotions together. And understand there's going to be times where I'm busy. Okay, so he's mentally 15. My mom always told me that men operate, they're 7 years younger than their physical age, and they're mentally. Okay, so he's operating like a 15-year-old. Just so you know. So that's what you're dealing with. Yeah, I've seen it firsthand. He'll have a complete meltdown. Exactly. Sound is messing up. Technical. Okay. Can you hear me better? Mermaid, I hope you let him go. I do. Until he can figure out how to function as a mature adult. Great. Yeah. Heat journey. Possible outcome between you and Aaron, right? Please do us all a favor and let him go. Okay? Obviously. Heat journey. You or him or both of you have some very deep inner childhood issues that you need to work out. That's what they're telling me. Someone in this whole situation is very immature, and it's due to core issues that happened as a child. Tell me more, Spirit. What's the possible outcome between Heat Journey and Aaron, please? I got 2. A pause. You guys are taking a break right now. Commitment. Either someone is already committed to someone, or there's a possibility of commitment between you two in the future, is what they're telling me. Right now, this connection is on hold. Somebody is in a stalemate energy, and I feel a 2 of Swords energy here, is what I'm feeling. Let's see, tell me more. Possible outcome. Yeah, there's grief here. There's a lot of grief. There's sadness. There's some regrets between you two. I feel a mutual energy here. Tell me more. He could be your soulmate. That's a possibility. But it doesn't mean that you two are going to be together. It does not. It does not. Tell me more. What's the possible outcome of this connection, please? Tell me more. Family. Someone has grief that I feel like I said, this is from the way they were raised. Somebody, I feel like, okay, I see what's going on. Someone has grief about, okay, this is your person. They're telling me this is your person. This is his energy, okay? He's paused. He's not talking to you. Am I right? He's not communicating with you. Are you, Journey, are you still here? Is anybody still here? Because it's like it just got quiet all of a sudden. This is your person, Heat Journey. Okay? Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Is anybody still in the live? Is anybody still in the live? Because nobody's responding. Heat Journey. Did it freeze? Hang on, y'all, because nobody's responding.